Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. This week's Essential, which we just showed, Coal Miner's Daughter, is a great rags to riches story, of course, and we have another one coming right up. This one also with an Academy Award-winning performance by its leading lady. This one's a musical biopic about a legendary comedian, Fanny Brice, who came to prominence in New York in the 1900s as a Ziegfeld star, and later in that decade became widely known throughout America thanks to the new medium of radio, where every week she played a very bratty but much-loved youngster named Baby Snooks. The film about Fanny Brice is Funny Girl, from Columbia Pictures in 1968, starring Barbra Streisand in what was her film debut. But first, a little interesting sidebar here. Back in 1939, 20th Century Fox Studios made a movie called Rose of Washington Square, which had a storyline that bore more than a little resemblance to the real life of Fanny Brice, which involved her falling in love and marrying a gambler who eventually broke the law and went to prison. Well, at that time, Fanny Brice was still very much alive, and she sued the Fox studio for infringements, and the case was ultimately settled out of court. Well, 12 years later, Fanny died in 1951, and soon after, her son-in-law, Hollywood producer Ray Stark, put the wheels in motion to do an official biography of his famous mother-in-law. That became the 1964 Broadway musical Funny Girl, which made Barbra Streisand a bona fide star. When it eventually came time to make a movie version, there's really no question who would play Fanny, even though Barbra Streisand at this point had never made a movie before. It became a great Barbra Streisand triumph, with Barbra winning the Oscar as the Best Actress of 1968, in a tie with Katharine Hepburn for her movie The Lion in Winter. And that's the only time in Oscar history there's ever been a tie in that category. The film Funny Girl is wall-to-wall with great music, with Barbra Streisand joined by Omar Sharif in a role created on Broadway by Charlie Chaplin's son, Sidney Chaplin. And in the movie, we also have Walter Pidgeon as Florence Ziegfeld and Anne Francis as a Ziegfeld showgirl. So here's one of the many great films directed by three-time Academy Award winner William Wyler, and was, in fact, the first musical Wyler ever directed. Here's Funny Girl.